Okay, yeah, so I got an update on my lock journey. I feel like I'm having a good hair day today. But I had the opportunity to go meet with a loctician yesterday. So let me tell you the backstory. So a year ago, in March, I went to my cousin's birthday dinner and I saw a woman there and she had sister locks and they were beautiful. And that's what made me decide I'm gonna go ahead and get sister locks done. And so it was because of her that I got my sister locks done. And instead of going to the person that did her sister locks and reaching out to her, I reached out to my natural hairstylist because I thought she did locks and she doesn't, and she referred me, and so it was good. And I love the person who did my locks. She's very sweet, very beautiful woman. But I also know that I looked at some other videos on YouTube. Y'all know I watch YouTube faithfully. And I also know my hair type, and I paid attention to her comments that she was making about me having soft hair, curly hair, a lot of hair, all these statements. And then I just don't like the amount of loose hair that I had, and then how frizzy it was getting so fast. So I just wanted a second opinion, as I said in the previous lock journey video. So I was able, in that cry out that I did to you all, can you share with me if you know anyone locally or whatever? Ironically, my cousin was like, here's the person's loctician whose hair you liked. Check in with her, which to me made absolute sense, right? Like, go to the source. So I reached out to her and she followed up right away. And she said, you know what, your hair looks beautiful. There's nothing that is alarming that I see. I think she's done a great job. You know, it's your hair texture, which was what was said. And you know, you have a softer hair and a curlier hair, so you're gonna have the curls on the ends, which I do, and it will probably frizz up. So the one thing she did say is that she probably recommend that I get my retie, my maintenance, more frequent, which is typical. Usually, since I've been natural, I've been having, you know, that when I do different things, and even when I get my hair braided and things, this is the case. So it made sense to me, and so I felt reassured. But there were some opportunities that I could take advantage of by going to her. She has a stylist that works for her who kind of specializes in this kind of restructuring work. And so I said that I would be interested, and so I booked an appointment to go and have that done, because for me, while I am happy with my hair, it's not giving me that it's great moment, and it's outside of what my natural hair would provide, right? I know my natural hair texture. I love my natural hair texture, but I also know when there's a gap. And I feel like there's just a minor gap that needs to be addressed. And the one thing that I appreciated, she talked about styling. And she goes, and you would probably benefit from using mousse on your hair. And I had used mousse, I told you all, but then I stopped using it because it was my understanding that maybe I shouldn't use it. So when I shared the mousse and she said that, I was like, okay, I can use mousse. I'm gonna do that. So that was one thing. And then the styling, the ability to style for younger person so they have more appeal to styling, which I really am interested in. And so I'm really looking forward to going to this person and having this experience, because it'll help me also as I'm learning this new journey. And I know that when you go into sister locks in general, it takes time. It's not going to be an instant your hair is locked and it's great. And depending on your hair texture, it could take longer and it will look different for each one. So I have more of an organic, natural look, whereas some people have a more noodle. It's more noodly looking, and I won't have that noodly effect. My hair won't do that just because of the texture, you know, by nature of the hair. Everybody's locks looks different, especially as sister locks. So I understand that. I'm on board with that. I'm here for it. I'm very happy. I don't want anyone to get the idea that I'm not happy with my hair. I feel like I do not regret it. I have more freedom now than I ever had before. It was so great being on vacation and being able to like just braid my hair up and go swimming, and then wash my hair and then let it dry and take it out, and then I had like a cute braid out. Oh, it was fabulous. I loved it. So I'm just gonna learn different ways to braid my hair for when I'm going swimming, because I go to a lot of beach places that will protect my sister locks so that they don't untie, and that looks visually appealing, so I don't look like whodunit. So I just did 2 braids before, so I'm gonna try a few other things just to be, testing it out. So yeah, so that's the story about the locks. I do intend to get my hair colored, just not yet because of the softness, of my hair. When I get my hair colored, my curls get looser and silkier, and so it will make for my lock not to lock the way I need it to. So I can't put any chemical on my hair, and I don't put any heat, because both of those cause my hair to go straight easily. I can't even cover these grays with hair dye. I was gonna talk to my natural hairstylist, because while I know Beijing is not the best for my hair, there's another product that she did use before that maybe she can use, and it won't be as it won't cause my hair to loosen more or straighten. So I was planning to reach out to her, but I want to get my reconstruction done on my locks first, and talk to them about that and see. So that's the plan with the sister locks. I am still loving them. I'm still learning. There's a product that I saw. I'm using Castile soap, by the way, to wash my locks right now. So I've only washed them twice. I washed them once before I went on vacation, and then when we went swimming, which was hilarious, right? Story time. So we went swimming, and I washed my hair afterwards, and I had them in the braids. I left it till it dried. And then when I took the braids out when it dried, all kinds of sand was coming out of my hair. I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to braid it in the single braids instead of the 2 braids, and rinse through and wash my hair again, because I needed to get the sand out. So I got to figure out a plan for that too. And I saw this cute little swim cap that has been on Instagram that I think I'm going to buy, so that when I go to sandier waters, because the water in Destin was really, really sandy. And then I was laying down in the sand. That video was coming. Girl, doing too much. These TikToks be having me in a headlock. I always think I can do these different little TikToks that y'all saw. So yeah, I was laying down in the sand, so that's how I got that sand in my hair, I'm sure. So I have to get me like a shower, not a shower cap, what the hell? I gotta get me like a swim cap for situations like that. I think, especially now while my hair is pretty new to the locking phase, I think that would benefit me. So I'm gonna look into ordering that one. And I think it's black owned too. I saw the girl on Instagram, so I said I was gonna order that. So anyway, yes, but I saw a product too. So when you start doing something, I'm telling you, Meta is ignorant. Meta be in your business, okay? Meta is also messy boots, because Meta be in your conversation, and when you say something about something, or you have something going on, then all of a sudden that's what all your advertisements about. So now my advertisements are all about sister locks and everything sister locks, right? I done learned where I can buy the tool from, and then they sending me hair products, different hair products. So I saw this one that I'm really interested in ordering and using on my hair. So I'm gonna look into that and order that product for my hair. But I've been using Castile soap right now, the cheapest and supposedly the best, because I need to, like, you can't be putting oils and stuff like that in your hair right now, because I need it to lock. So I think it's just the natural hair oil and everything. And my hair doesn't feel dry, if you will, because it gets a little bit of moisture from the steam every day in the shower, and that's what actually causes hydration and moisture for your hair. And then I put the rosemary oil on my scalp from Miel. I love that rosemary oil, so I put that on my scalp and kind of rub it in maybe once a week, to kind of just give that some, so nothing feels very brittle or anything like that. It doesn't feel damaged. So I think that this line for locks in your hair, I forget the name of it, I have to look it up. I think they have products that are geared towards like sister locks and whatever part of your journey you're on, which would be beneficial for me, because I'm at the start of my journey, and so I have to do a different wash routine and maintenance routine than someone who's had their locks for 5 years and someone who's had their locks for 10 years, right? I'm not matured. I have very immature locks, and you can easily mess them up. And so I'm trying to be very careful and gentle, not styling them too much, because styling them can also create holes in your locking pattern and all kinds of things. So I'm being very aware, self-aware of what I'm doing. But I'm also trying to learn other things that I can do being new. And I've been enjoying watching a lot of, I have a couple of folks that I just started following on YouTube who have sister locks, who I've been looking at what they're doing, what they did in the beginning of their locks. They give a good rundown of that. And so that's been helpful. And I'm hoping to also be able to provide some of that. So, yeah, this is what's on my mind when I'm driving home. I just did my Commute Chronicles. If you haven't watched it, watch that for today, Monday. But I also wanted to make sure that I did my lock journey update. So I got my locks in May, and it is currently July. So I'm like hit like the 2-month mark, and I guess I need to get the date. I have yet to count the number of locks in my hair. I know I said I was going to do that, so maybe I'll put that on my list to do so that I can give an update on the number of locks that I have in my hair. Why that's important, I don't know, but I realize a lot of people know that and they say that, so I guess I need to do the same thing if I'm going to be a part of this lock community. And I've only done 2 hair washes in that time, which is quite interesting. Probably could have done more, but I guess I need to ask, like, how frequently should I be washing? I don't do nothing. So if I'm not doing nothing, like my hair is not getting dirty, I wear a bonnet every night. You know, I don't put nothing in my hair at all, and it gets the water moisture every day. Like I hadn't been putting any product, no oil, no mousse or anything, because I didn't know now I am, so I probably will wash it more frequently because of the product buildup, or what have you. But yeah, so that makes me think about that. I haven't had any dandruff or anything, so we'll see. I don't know when I'll wash, how frequently I'll wash, but I'm absolutely loving it. It's freeing. If you want to, you should try it out. If you are on the fence, I was getting braids. I got to a point to every month I'm getting my hair rebraided, getting braids, because I'm traveling so much and everything. And I'm just like, I'm spending a lot of money getting my hair braided, buying fake hair. It was just ridiculous. And I'm like, you know what? I really want locks. And baby, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing in about 3 years. I don't even think it's gonna take that long. When my hair really grows out with this, oh Jesus, and I'm gonna have all that hair. I'm gonna be a mess. I already know it. I'll be looking at these girls and their hair, and oh, if it does what they are anticipating it's going to do, it's gonna be beautiful. It's beautiful now, but it's gonna really be gorgeous. So long and like this, woo! Let me tell you, it's getting ready to be on. So I'm super excited. So I go for my my cleanup on Sunday. And so you will get an update after that appointment on Sunday. So stay tuned for another lock update after Sunday.